All right. Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. It's going to be morning soon on the second day. I mean, realistically, they probably wouldn't have nice beds and a home and a whole second building done by the second day, but these guys are, they're men of the future. They know how to do things. They've been alive for a long time. These are the people who I've talked about. I remember I asked Jay a long time ago about whether he would, okay, if there was a therapy that you could take to, maybe every 10 years, every year, I don't know how often, but that would just keep your physical age, your biological age the same. And if you stop taking it, you would continue to age if you would do that. And I think he said yes, and I'm definitely on board for that kind of thing. Like, Jay will tell you that I am a complete advocate for living forever. So I think Patrick should stop constructing so much and start growing some more. So the story goes, they've been alive for a long time because they started taking this therapy that kept their biological age to what we are now, pretty much 25 or so. I know there's kind of a bit of a age range that you have to stick within. So we'll see who's older. So Jay, he is 25. I kind of set these characters so that when Jay was, I don't know, there's not the perfect example of everybody, of course, but Jay, I've made him as childhood as a dreamer, give him a bit of artistic, because I know he likes to be a little bit artistic. And then as an inventor, as an adult, because, I don't know, just that's what it is. Gives us some good crafting and research, kind of what his job is like now. I gave him some good traits, like he's steadfast. I feel like both Jay and I, since we're kind of I wouldn't say we're the most emotional people out there. I feel we're kind of more steadfast. I gave us both kind of traits that increase our mental break threshold. We can kind of deal with a situation without just going nuts. And I feel like Jay's a pretty hard worker. He's always telling me about how, he's finished. He kind of he does what he needs to do when he gets to work. He finishes his job. So, I mean, in the afternoon, maybe he's got nothing left to do for the day. But, it's because he's already hard worked. He's got it all done. I gave him these are these traits here. I mean, I gave him a double flame and artistic because he's a pretty good drawer. I don't know if he want me to give him some DeviantArt shout outs or whatever, but you can always go check that out. Shooting, we've been shooting. His dad's a pretty cool guy when it comes to going to the range and whatever. So I gave him a bit in shooting because he's got some familiarity with that. Social and animals, I've got that because of Showboat here. He's pretty good with his own dog and he knows how to train his dogs and stuff, so it's all good. His job entails some construction, so he's got a flame in that, and crafting, kind of the same deal. So that's Jay, and actually we'll look at Patrick here. What the fuck is that? Patrick, where'd your body go? Oh, never mind. I thought the back of my jacket was hair. Anyway, so Patrick, I was definitely an optimistic child when I was young. Then of course I defected from that lifestyle. This is kind of just how I use a mod called Well Prepared or something like that. It's really popular on the workshop, but I forget what it's called. Unfortunately, the adulthood body, if you're a fat lard or a super skinny person, it's kind of linked to your adulthood look or adulthood description here. And so this was kind of the best one that wasn't fat and also had something kind of maybe okay. So that one doesn't really work for me, defector. I'm incapable of artistic because I keep wanting to do art, but I can never actually do it, and that's kind of just my thing. Is I feel like I want to draw, and I feel like I could draw maybe, but I just kind of don't. So I'm okay with I'm being incapable of artistic. Psychically dull, I don't know why. That was kind of already on there, so I just kept it. I have a mental break threshold like Jay, and too smart. Now I know I might be kind of an asshole for choosing that for myself, but I've always felt like I really like to learn, and I learn things pretty quickly. So the mental break threshold plus 12% kind of cancels out some of this one. So that's why I chose a higher one than Jay's for the iron willed one. So just fuck off, whatever. It's cool. My shooting is pretty high. I put it this way, really high, because I really like guns, and whenever I go to a range or something, I'm already usually pretty good. So I feel like in the 1,000-something years or more that I've been on this earth, I've been shooting more. So I put it pretty high. Medicine, of course, I got my bachelor's in biomedical science, so that's going to be a thing. Growing, like I said last episode, I've always been pulling fucking weeds and doing the gardening with my mom since I was young, and research just because I'm a science major and a science guy. Everything else kind of shitty. Not really into animals as much as Jay, or social, or whatever, mining. So that's our story. Jay's out here smoothing some floors. I'm up here growing some rice. We just have the seeds. I never really understood how that worked in this game, how you just kind of already have the seeds for every plant. It just depends on your skill. Jay's potatoes need to be put inside. Is this on? It's on, but it needs to go lower. I put it around like -8. I mean, when it gets really hot, it'll go back up. Actually, maybe put it a bit higher than that. -6, sure, why not? Now the freezer should work. We just need some people to haul stuff, and Patrick's a hauler, but he's also a grower. I'm used to playing, like my last RimWorld save had like 8 people in there, so I'm used to kind of people being more specialized in this. So I'm gonna have to give them some custom jobs instead of just letting them do their own thing for a while now. So they're just hanging out. Showboat's eating all our food again. I should make let's see some training in here. You know, Gibson, even though he's thousands of years old, he never really was that good at listening. Whenever I told him to do anything, at least. So maybe Jay can help him out with that. Oh, wait. Did you go and eat those potatoes? Jay, haul those potatoes. Those are your fries that I mentioned in the description. So Jay brought some fries with him because he knows there's probably not going to be fries wherever we're going. Don't worry, they're future fries. They're always hot and always crispy. So they're always super delicious. Actually, no. We still gotta cook them. They're frozen. They're McCain frozen fries. We need to cook them still. Okay, I feel like we need another building. Where can we cook? Jesse, where can we cook? Let's see. Production. I want a fueled stove because electricity in this game is not very reliable. So, Jay, will you... Oh, nice work, Jay. I know you were great at training dogs. So I'm going to get you to rescue first, just in case one of us goes down. Gibson can help us, or Showboat, rather. If I can rename dogs. I don't think so. Ah, he's got a bond with Jay. Excellent. Okay, so Jay is going to be our main constructor now. Patrick, it looks like he's got like a leaf head and a hair and a little blue butt. Oh, and then he turns around and he's just eating the leaf. I see. Nice work. So I'm going to speed this up a bit. Jay. Alright, what's Jay's construction? 5? There's no excuse, Jay. Let's do that. Okay, perfect. We only have a few meals left. We're just going to have to start eating our potatoes pretty soon. Just kind of getting... Now we got a few. We're good. And then I got to put some bills to cook a simple meal until you have 10. Sure, why not? Alright, I wonder where they would go. Like if Patrick and Jay had an original destination, or rather if we were going to go traveling somewhere, if what would be like the place to go to get Jay to agree to go traveling somewhere? I wonder. I've been thinking about that for a while. Another planet, like like spaceship style, like Elite Dangerous, or that other failed game. That game was so bad that I can't even remember its name. Yeah, you'll have to remind me. I can't even remember it. That stupid game that just is being completely ripped apart by everyone in the Steam community pretty much around the world actually knows about this failed game, except me, because I can't remember it because my fucking memory is terrible. You know, when viewed from the front, Patrick's hairstyle, I thought it was going to be a lot better, but I got this stupid, like, man ponytail thing right now. From the front, it kind of looks like the haircut I've got right now, but I got this fucking, like, shit. I just, like, plopped out of shit and stuck it on the back of my head. Forgot it was there. Alright, I want medicine to go in here too. How does it look this? Medicine. Oh, it doesn't. So I feel like it doesn't say that it there's no timer to say it's going to expire, but the health of it goes down when it's left outside, I guess. So I want to take medicine off of this stockpile list. And drugs too. And artillery shells, because holy shit, I've had some bad experiences with artillery shells. Oh, Showboat. Gibson, you need to sleep inside. Get one of those animal sleeping spots over there by Jay's bed. Alright. Having a sleep. I feel like this situation would never happen in real life right here. You see this and this. Knowing Gibson, and probably most other dogs, that wouldn't work. Wouldn't work out at all. I haven't been... Uh-oh. Need defenses. You've been seen here sometime. Pirate raids will start soon. It's kind of just a given on any RimWorld planet that there's pirates hanging around. I can't believe these guys. Okay, what kind of defenses do we need here? Security, some sandbags, that would make sense. I guess it depends which direction they're coming from. I'm just glad we're actually covered from like 75% of directions here, but what can we do? Can we like build a wall here to stop them from coming in that way? And then put some sandbags kind of like down here. We're going to have to cut down these trees too. That'll kind of be a good kind of general purpose sandbag spot. Alright, Jay's going to be pretty much like the heavy lifter of this. Haul those potatoes. The heavy lifter of this operation now because Patrick's too busy planting. Okay, we've got... Why is there steel in the freezer? Oh, because Jay won't. There we go. Thank you, Jay. It's a good... Where are you bringing that steel? Oh, yeah. Sandbags apparently use steel. I was thinking it'd be kind of cool to have, like, you know, if you can't really harvest things from just the ground, right? So you see, like, the stone on the ground here. It'd be kind of nice if you could make gravel or something, and you know you need gravel to make sandbags or something instead of just steel. Because... that doesn't really make sense unless you're building a wall instead of just sandbags. Whatever. So Jay, I'm going to need you, because only till recently I figured out that trees provide cover. So I'm going to need you to cut down all the trees around these sandbags and in front of the sandbags so that people can't use them to shoot your asses off. And when Patrick's finally done planting, which may be, you know, these gardens may be a little bit too big, I'm trying to tame that squirrel. No handler can tame squirrel. Requires 6 in animals. Oh, I see. Apparently squirrels are some hardcore bitches when it comes to make them tame. I feel like kind of any animal would be. Anyway, I guess I was saying before, the whole idea about living forever, I mean, I guess Jay and I have talked about this quite a while before, but maybe others haven't really thought about it. My perfect kind of example, or my perfect way, or perfect situation, or perfect method to live forever would be in a situation where you could decide when you wanted to stop living forever. Because, you know, people all the time talk about how shitty it would be to live forever and watch everyone die, and, like, you could never be... forever, you can never, like, you know, have a permanent life. But I kind of feel like that's bullshit because we deal with that in our normal lives anyway. And, like, you know, when you're older, especially when you're older, like, your friends start to die or your parents have already died, you can deal with that. Like, most people can deal with that. And I feel like having, like, you'd almost have, like, segments of life if you could live forever, where you know, you kind of have a normal life for 80 years, and then things kind of like roll over and change into a next life. You find someone else if they're already not living forever. You find more friends and more spouses or whatever. And I feel like we can kind of live with that. The only difference would be, like, after doing that for 500 years, maybe you get sick of it or something. So I don't know. But in that case, like I'm saying, it'd be cool if you could kind of decide how long you wanted to live for. If you kind of got tired of it all and you just wanted to cut it out, then you, in this situation, would stop taking the therapy or the drug or whatever it was that was kind of keeping your age biologically the same. And then you could just have that. You just pretty much like the best of both worlds. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Except now that we're out on this random planet here, we have no more access to this, and we got to deal with sickness and scary people. I set the difficulty to rough, kind of like the one they're saying that you need a bit of experience with this game to play, and I feel like I've got an okay amount of experience. So it'll do. I'm not expecting to live forever, and however long it takes to live forever, however long it takes is how long we'll record this for. Some items to trade. Luckily, we have some silver, which is the universally accepted currency on all planets. Alright, I might have to lower the sizes of these gardens once we're finished here. Now, our best talker would be Jay, probably, right? He's got 5 in social. Once you're done cutting that tree down, Jay, I want you to talk to this dude here. Alright. What do they got for sale? Any guns? Anything we can sell them? Fine meal. That's an expensive meal. But inflation, I guess. Medicine. Smoke leaf joint. Luciferium. Fuck no. Incendiary launcher. It's kind of expensive. We're not trading these guys away. Incendiary launcher could be okay if you're not fighting at your home. So I'm not going to trade anything. I'm going to let Jay go do whatever he wants. And these guys will just wander around my shitty home for a little bit. And it's time for bed. So I'll start recording again when anything happens, or it's the morning time or whatever, and I'll see you on the next episode.